Step into the heart of modern agriculture as we unveil the top 15 incredible farming machines that will revolutionize the way we cultivate the land and we feed the world. From colossal tractors to precision crop sprayers, these machines represent the cutting-edge technology that drives efficient and sustainable farming practices. Starting with number 15, the Tribine T1000 Combine Harvester. Combine harvesters are one of the most important machines that are used on farmland. They're able to take crops when they're ready and cover huge areas in a fraction of the time it would take by hand. With the ever-increasing size of farms, though, large harvesters are needed, and one of the biggest of all is the Tribine T1000. With its innovative design and cutting-edge features, it represents a huge step forward in addressing the challenges of modern farming. One of the important design features of it is that it combines the functionalities of a traditional combine harvester with those of a grain cart. This integrated approach eliminates the need for separate grain cart and tractor, which reduces time and labor required for harvesting operations. The massive grain tank extends working periods before offloading is needed, meaning farmers can focus on the important work. It's equipped with advanced technology that gives you precise yield monitoring, automated data collection, and real-time monitoring through integrated sensors and control systems. Furthermore, its articulated steering and 360-degree swiveling capabilities enhance its maneuverability, reducing crop trampling and improving overall field coverage. And despite its size, the machine's low ground pressure minimizes soil compaction, so the field suffers very little damage, and it's ready to be used again the following season. There's, too, a strong emphasis on operator comfort here and convenience with a spacious and ergonomic cab design, enhanced visibility, intuitive controls, and noise reduction features. It makes it far easier to stay in the driving seat for longer, which again increases its efficiency. Number 14, the John Deere 9RX 640. John Deere, it's one of the most recognizable names in the production of farming technology, and it's seen in the industry as a leader in a number of products. With the 9RX 640, the company's created a versatile and reliable tractor that's able to handle any job it's needed across the farm. At the heart of it is a massive 640 horsepower engine, delivering raw power to handle the most demanding tasks. Its 4-track configuration provides superior traction, reducing any slippage and soil compaction. This makes it well suited for large-scale operations and challenging terrain, while also contributing to the preservation of the soil. The tractor's smart technology integrates precision farming solutions, allowing for accurate guidance, auto steering, and data-driven decision-making. This level of automation enhances operational efficiency, reduces overlap, and optimizes resource utilization, ultimately leading to increased yields and reduced input costs. As you're probably going to need something you'll potentially be sat in for extended periods of time, a spacious cab, ergonomic controls, and advanced suspension system makes it as comfortable as possible. And the panoramic visibility along with intuitive command center display provide the operator with real-time information to make informed adjustments during operation. With all this power, the versatility extends beyond traditional tillage and planting tasks. It's been specifically designed to be compatible with any tools that might be needed. And with its hydraulic capabilities and robust design, allowing it to be paired quickly with these implements, from large seeders to heavy tillage tools, it's a valuable workhorse throughout the whole entire season. Number 13, the Vaderstad Seedhawk 1300. So one of the most complex jobs on the farm is when it comes to planting the seeds. For the best yield once the crop is grown, it's vital that each seed is placed at the optimal distance from each other and at the correct depth. And before machinery, this was time-consuming and tiring to do. With a seeder, though, such as the Seedhawk 1300, it can be done in no time at all, and the technology on board means you can adjust the planting in any way that's needed. Crucial to its design is the advanced seeding technology that enables precise placement of seeds with consistent depth and spacing. This ensures optimal seed-to-soil contact, promoting uniform germination and ultimately leading to higher yields. The precision seed metering system allows for easy adjustment of seeding rates, catering to diverse crop types and planting conditions. With its ability to perform direct seeding, minimum tillage, and precision placements of fertilizers, it provides farmers with a comprehensive solution, and it's this flexibility that's crucial in promoting sustainable farming practices, as it reduces soil disturbance and contributes to soil health. The unique design of the Seedhawk 1300 also integrates an innovative air delivery system that minimizes seed damage during transport and planting, which is a problem that seeding machines often face. This method, though, results in consistent seed emergence and vigorous plant growth across the field. So the next time you pass a farm and see the meticulously planted crops that are beginning to emerge through the ground, The chances are that this uniform and precise arrangement is thanks to a seeder like this, and machines like it have been instrumental in increasing the overall volume of crops that are produced. Number 12. Case IH Steiger Quadtrac. Based in North Dakota, Case IH makes a line of large tractors, one of which currently holds the world record for plowing after covering 321 hectares in just 24 hours. That model, the STX 500, set the record in 2007, but has now been superseded by an even larger one called the 620. With a weight of over 24 tons, its Fiat Cursor 13-liter six-cylinder engine can generate in excess of 620 horsepower, with some tests showing it to rise to as much as 682 horses. It's got a 16-speed power shift transmission, 2 reverse gears, and it's been designed to be able to pull virtually any piece of farm equipment that's commonly used. It's got a top speed of 18.7 miles an hour, but it can do 9.1 in reverse. But as you'd expect, the tractor is a huge machine to incorporate all this power. It's 25 feet long, almost 10 feet wide, and just under 13 feet high, and the latest version, released in 2020, has a range of impressive technologies. It has, for example, GPS monitoring that can be controlled from either the cab or elsewhere, and allows the exact route and operations to be planned in advance. Despite there being a comfortable cab with touchscreen controls on the tractor, there doesn't actually need to be anyone physically present for it to operate, and it can be just as easily controlled from the comfort of a farmhouse. It's no wonder then that it's becoming a favored workhorse of medium to large farms around the world, and it's leading the way in the development of a whole new range of automated farm machinery. Number 11. Airhead Potato Harvester. Not all crops are the same, and while many can be harvested when they're ready by a combine harvester, others, particularly those that grow underground, need a different approach. An Airhead potato harvester, for example, is a specialized machine that's designed to take the root vegetables like potatoes from the ground as gently as possible, which minimizes bruising and damage and means they're far more valuable when they're sold. It uses a combination of clever design and cutting-edge technology, whereby airflow and mechanical components are used to lift potatoes from the soil. The potatoes are at first lifted by the fixed-position cutters as they're pulled along, and then an air pump is used to fully retrieve them and at the same time remove most of the soil that surrounds them. By the time the potatoes have been carefully placed in the hopper, very little cleaning is needed, which further reduces the processing time at the end of the harvest, and therefore any chances of damage so their quality is preserved. The incorporation of advanced technology doesn't stop at harvesting either, as Airhead potato harvesters often feature real-time monitoring and data collection systems that provide valuable insights into the crop yield, harvest efficiency, and overall performance. This data-driven approach empowers farmers to make informed decisions and optimize their operations for improved productivity in the future. Number 10. The Fendt Ideal 10. The largest farms are continually looking for bigger machines to cover their land quicker, and almost every year a new model of combine is revealed that eclipses those that have come before it. First announced in 2019 and entering operation in the 2021 harvest, the newest record breaker in its category is the Fendt Ideal 10. It is an enormous machine at 35 feet or 11 meters long, 11.5 feet or 3.5 meters wide, and 13 feet or 4 meters tall. And that's without including any of the attachments. It's fitted with a MAN 16.2-liter engine, which produces up to 790 horses. It's got a turbocharger to ensure its reliability to maintain that output. It's got state-of-the-art tech on board to ensure as much grain is extracted from the crop as possible, which includes the use of a fan to keep the intake area clean of debris, and a rotor called the dual helix that catches, threshes, separates, and discharges the crop in one smooth motion. One of the big selling points of this model, apart from the way it can cover a large area much quicker than any other, is the control it gives to the person operating it. The cab has been designed to give them a full view of the field ahead of them, and instead of a steering with a wheel, all controls are inputted using a joystick. It's proof that farming machines continue to get even bigger, and based on the Ideal 10, you can only imagine what the new designs of the combines will look like in just 5 or 10 years' time. Number 9. The Holmer T440 Beet Harvester. Sugar beet harvesters are specifically designed to lift large quantities of beets from soil, something that would otherwise be an extremely time-consuming process if it was done by hand. Lifting shears are used to take them out of the ground, and then they're passed over cleaning rollers to separate them from the soil before being deposited into a holding tank. When it's time, vast fields containing beets have to be harvested, so to help this happen as quickly as possible, Holmer developed a huge beet harvesting machine called the T440. Now, cleverly, this 3-axle vehicle has a modular design so farmers can customize it to their precise needs, but the basic version has a 626 horsepower Mercedes engine, extra wide elevator conveyors so the throughput is vastly increased in comparison to other models, independently powered axles so it can be precisely driven over slanted fields, and an intuitive control system that takes just a few minutes to learn. Furthermore, it's made from high-strength steel and has an almost 12,000-gallon capacity tank that can be gently emptied within just 50 seconds. Despite being much larger than other beet harvesters, extra effort's been focused on reducing the weight of the T440. Amazingly, it's actually 3 tons lighter than its predecessor, something that's both important for fuel economy and so the disruption to the soil is minimal. Advanced tech is deeply integrated into the T440 beet harvester, with the inclusion of features such as GPS-guided operation, real-time monitoring, and data collection enhances precision, all of which help to reduce overlap and aid in decision-making during harvesting. This technology-driven approach not only optimizes efficiency, but also promotes resource conservation and sustainability. Number 8. The Vredo Slurry Tanker. To be as economical as possible, farmers try to use all waste products elsewhere to help produce more crops and reduce the amount that's thrown away. This includes the slurry from livestock, which instead of going down a drain can be used to fertilize the soil or crops. This isn't as simple as adding it to a normal sprayer though, because the solid matter can clog up the system, so the best bet is to use a specialized slurry tanker. One of the biggest ones made are by a German company called Vredo, which has been developing farming machines like these for more than 65 years. The 3-axle variant of the VT5518 has an 8,500-gallon tank capacity and can essentially take a full trailer truck load all at once. Crucially, at the front of the tank there's a pump slicer unit that makes sure the solid parts of the slurry are either chopped or separated from the liquid slurry. This prevents it from damaging the pump or causing blockages in the spreading hoses. It's powered by an 8-cylinder engine. This slurry tanker has a top speed of just over 30 miles or 50 kilometers per hour and features a hydraulic system that keeps the tank held in the required position. The pumps give a maximum through flow of 69 gallons per minute and can empty the entire tank in around 2 hours. These tankers are equipped with state-of-the-art spreading systems to ensure accurate and controlled distribution of slurry, which minimizes the chance of applying too much over a given area and ensuring the crops receive the optimal amount of nutrients. This precise application not only benefits plant growth but also mitigates environmental concerns too, associated with nutrient runoff and pollution. The tanker's design also pays attention to the preservation of the soil structure and health. Low ground pressure and wide tires also minimize the compaction too, which ensures the ground's natural fertility. This focus on soil health aligns with sustainable farming practices, and it contributes to long-term agricultural productivity. Moving on to number 7, the automatic Inrow weeder. No matter how many precautions have been taken, weeds will almost inevitably begin growing in fields, and they can begin to take valuable nutrients away from the crops, which will have a major impact on the ultimate yield for the season. Getting rid of the weeds isn't so easy, considering they're interspersed between the plants you want to be there, and while you could go and remove them by hand, there's a clever machine that can do all the hard work for you. Known as an automatic in-row weeder, they're able to distinguish between crops and weeds with remarkable precision. Utilizing advanced vision systems, sensors, and artificial intelligence, the weeder can tell the difference between the desired plants and unwanted vegetation, and ensure that herbicides are applied exclusively to the target weeds, or that tools can be targeted to automatically lift them out of the ground. The weeder's adaptability to varying crop layouts and field conditions means it can navigate through complex crop canopies and adapt to different row spacing and plant heights, while still effectively managing weeds in diverse settings. By reducing the amount of herbicide that's used, it's a cheaper way of managing weeds and also far safer with fewer chemicals contaminating crops that will eventually be eaten. Automated in-row weeding is also significantly reducing the manual labor required for traditional weeding methods, and it frees up valuable labor resources so farmers can focus on other important tasks, which improves the overall efficiency across the entire farm. Number 6. Versatile Delta Truck 610 DT. Okay, so you'd normally think of tractors as having large wheels that can traverse virtually any terrain, but there's an alternative design, one that runs on caterpillar tracks in a similar way to tanks. Recently, Versatile, a Canadian equipment manufacturer, announced the latest in their line of Delta trucks. Called the 610DT, it's by far the largest tractor the company has to offer, and it's one of the biggest vehicles of its type in the world. It's powered by a 15-liter Cummins engine along with a Caterpillar powershaft transmission. It's able to produce in excess of 600 horsepower. According to the company, it offers 15% more pulling power than the previous model, and to accommodate that extra strength, a further set of brake discs had to be incorporated into the design at the rear. The cab is suspended above the main body of the tractor so the operator can be kept in comfort no matter the task being performed. And to make things much easier, the entire vehicle is controlled via a touchscreen interface. At almost 27 feet or 8 meters long, 11.5 feet or 3.5 meters wide, almost 13 feet or 4 meters high, and weighing 31.5 tons, the 610DT is an absolute monster, and the result is an incredibly versatile machine that can easily be customized. It's been designed to pull any farm equipment you may need, and engineered with rugged construction and reinforcement. It's capable of withstanding the rigors of demanding work environments. From its heavy-duty frame to its robust suspension system, every aspect of the tractor's design has been created to make it last. With such power, durability, and reliability, it's no surprise that monster tractors are increasingly being seen on large farms around the world. Based on their successes, and likely even bigger ones will be revealed soon, making even lighter work of what were once time and energy-intensive tasks. Number 5. Claas Cougar 1400 Mower. For various reasons, it's often in a farmer's best interest to let some of the fields grow grass some years, but this can soon get out of hand if it's not regularly mowed. This process is good for the health of the field, and the grass itself can be used to make hay. But the type of mower that we use in our backyards simply isn't powerful enough or large enough to do the job effectively. Currently, the largest self-propelled mower in the world is the Claas Cougar 1400, which has a 46-foot or 14-meter wide cutting head. First revealed by the manufacturer in 2003, it can be customized in countless different ways depending on the particular requirements. Looking like a four-wheel drive tractor, it's got crab steering mode, a travel length of 38 feet or 11.5 meters, and a travel height of 13 feet or just under 4 meters. It's powered by a Mercedes-Benz 6-cylinder diesel engine. It's got an output of 480 horses, and its fuel tank can hold up to 250 gallons or 960 liters. Its top speed in the field is 13 miles an hour or about 21 kph. When fully loaded, it can weigh up to 20 tons. The vehicle actually has 5 different mower units, which can each be operated independently, but when they're all lowered into position, they give it the ability to cover 22 hectares per hour. They developed a new hydraulic folding system to make sure the mower is compact when not in use, and everything can be controlled with the touch of a button from the driver's cab. It is a great example of what's possible when you're designing a machine to fulfill just one role, and it allows farmers to quickly mow a field, a job that, apart from producing grass cuttings that can be turned into hay, has little profit potential and can often take manpower away from other more vital tasks. Number 4. The Vogel Baler. Once the grass in a field has been cut, the best use of it is to turn it into bales, but with such vast quantities, this can take a long time. Large balers are available, but in 2019, a company called Vogel released footage of its brand new design, which is easily the biggest baling machine in the world. Designed by TJ Steele after becoming frustrated that he couldn't find a machine that would perform the task he needed it to, and subsequently built by the manufacturer, it's able to collect material that makes bales that measure 9 by 9 feet or 2.7 by 2.7 meters, and each one apparently weighs 5,600 pounds or over 2,500 kilograms. These are much larger than the alternative machines are currently able to produce and take up far less space than if the hay had been bundled into smaller bales. Not only are the bales huge, but they're perfectly formed too. Designed with precision and durability in mind, this baler is engineered to create consistently dense and well-formed bales. For now, only one of these has been made as a proof of concept, because there aren't so many farms around the world where such a large baler would be worthwhile. Either because there's not enough grass to make many of the bales, not the machinery to move them once they've been formed, or not anywhere large enough to actually store them. It's therefore a very specialized piece of equipment. But with farms often being forced to merge to remain profitable, there could well be an increase in demand for balers on this scale in the coming years. Number 3. The Claas Lexion 780 Trac. The 780 Trac, it's one of the most advanced models of combine harvester that's available, and it's renowned for its cutting-edge features and design. Powering the 18-ton vehicle is a robust and powerful engine that's designed to provide enough horsepower and torque to handle the demands of larger-scale harvesting operations. What makes it different from the rest, though, is the Trac system that replaces conventional tires, and as a result it provides better weight distribution, reduced soil compaction, and improved traction. This is especially crucial during harvest seasons when minimizing soil damage and compaction is a top priority, and it also means that the Trac can operate in conditions where other harvesters may struggle. It's got advanced threshing and separation systems which optimize grain extraction while maintaining the quality of the grain, and the state-of-the-art cleaning system ensures that harvested crops are free from debris and contaminants, so all that remains is a higher quality grain that's ready for market. Claas Lexion is ahead of the competition in terms of the capabilities that can be added, and the 780 Trac is one of the smartest harvesters of all. It's equipped with precision farming solutions, GPS guidance, and real-time data monitoring, and the harvester enhances operational efficiency by reducing overlaps, improving accuracy, and providing more than enough data so that crucial decisions can be made. It's also one of the more comfortable ways to harvest in a field. With an ergonomic and spacious cab design, the intuitive controls, user-friendly interface, and advanced automation systems create a productive environment for farmers, allowing them to focus on harvesting tasks without unnecessary stress or fatigue at one of the most time-sensitive moments in the year. Number 2. Robot Fruit Picker. Fruits are some of the more valuable crops that can be grown, but they come with various challenges. Even once you get past the various pests and diseases that can ruin entire harvests to begin with, you then have to pick them all. And with each tree and bush growing in its own way, this is far more complicated than using a combine harvester on a field of wheat. In many places, farmers still rely on everything being picked by hand, which ensures minimal damage to the plants and careful treatment of the fruit so it doesn't get damaged or bruised. This, though, is an extremely costly process, and in recent years, farms in many countries have suffered from labor shortages and had no choice but to watch fruits rotting in the fields. The idea of creating a robotic fruit picker isn't a new one, but it's only recently that technology has been able to catch up with the demand, and viable designs have been possible. There are various ways of doing the job, but most use an advanced robotic arm that's equipped with precision grippers and sensors. These components work in tandem to delicately assess the ripeness of each fruit, ensuring only the ripest ones are picked while leaving unripe or damaged fruits untouched. This level of precision eliminates waste and improves the overall quality. The robot's computer vision system plays a crucial role in identifying and assessing the readiness of fruits for picking, and it uses high-resolution cameras and machine learning algorithms. The system distinguishes between different types of fruits, sizes, and maturity levels, and allows the robot to make informed decisions during the picking process. This ability to work autonomously is so important, as it doesn't require a human operator and can fully replicate the role of a human fruit picker. With the robot's consistent and tireless performance, farms can streamline their operations, and operations can continue for 24 hours a day. The robot can also sort and package harvested fruits, which again minimizes manual labor in post-harvest processes and virtually automating the entire fruit production cycle. These robot fruit pickers can be performed to adapt to different fruit sizes, varieties, and orchard layouts, and adaptable grippers allow them to handle various sizes and shapes. And while there normally would be concerns about how this is affecting the human workforce, one of the biggest reasons these have been developed is due to the lack of people wanting to work on farms in recent times. And this is the best way to ensure food is still being produced and delivered to where it's needed. Number 1. Drones. One of the biggest changes in consumer electronics in recent years is the availability of powerful, easy-to-fly drones. But far from being just toys that can be raced in the backyard or used to check for leaks on your roof, they're increasingly becoming vital pieces of equipment on farms. To keep up with the demand for food from increasing populations, farmers are having to oversee operations over much larger areas, and this adds complications at all stages throughout the year. First of all, they need to plan what's going to be grown or housed where, and then they need to plant or prepare the fields. Then they need to tend them as things grow, and finally, they need to harvest them at the optimal time to get a high yield as possible. Traditionally, of course, all of this would have been done by driving to each field and surveying it before deciding what needs to be done, and then moving on to the next field. While this was effective, the danger with larger farms is that it can take a long time before a problem is discovered, and things often would only be noticed once it was too late to do anything about it. And this is where drones come in. There are various different models that are available for use on farms, and each comes packed with technology to make the farmer's life a little easier. When used in combination with custom software, a drone can be sent to a field to get a bird's-eye view of what's happening there, and to begin with can assess which crops or livestock are likely to flourish the best based on the size, the topography, and the access to water. Once those decisions have been made, drones can again be used to continually monitor the progress in each field, and can be even used to monitor the soil temperature, moisture levels, and many other metrics. For crops, this can lead to a more efficient calculation of how much fertilizer may be needed and when it needs to be applied. And for livestock, this can highlight when animals need to be moved to another field. And in some cases, can be used to find animals that have gone missing. Finally, drones are used to assess when the crops are ready to be harvested based on their size and moisture levels, all without the farmer actually needing to visit the field themselves. Of course, it'll be rare for a farmer to rely solely on a drone and never go to a field during a season, but with the technology ever improving, it's entirely feasible that a large part of the monitoring involved in crop farming could soon be something that's done from the comfort of the farmhouse, with the only time someone needs to go to a field being when machinery has to be used for the next step of the growth cycle. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you to our channel members.